This is topic C on page 11, performing calculations in a table.
You have sorted table data and arranged the table layout. You can also manage table data through simple calculations on data in the table. Word is most appropriate for creating text documents, but it can also perform simple calculations. Word enables you to insert formulas and functions into your document so that you can perform calculations on numbers in the document. A formula is a type of field code you use to perform mathematical calculations on data in a table. You can perform mathematical operations such as adding, subtracting, or averaging the numbers in a row or column. You can also enter numbers directly into the formula. By default, the formula adds the numbers above or to the left of the cell in which you insert the formula. You must always begin a formula with an equal sign, then add one of the following. A function, for example, sum or average. Obviously, sum is addition. Average is adding all numbers together and then dividing by the number of figures you're adding. And then also you want to include the arguments above, below, left, specific cells, numbers, bookmarks, and more. Numbers and operators, for example, equals 32 times 0.25, or a combination of the two. So in my example table here, we had our project manager, project number, we have land cost, construction cost, then total cost. If I wanted to find the total cost for each project, I would obviously want to add my land cost plus my construction cost. So the function that I would want to use is the sum function. Because remember, the sum is the answer to an addition problem. That's what sum is. Just a heads up, it is a bit different than working in Excel using the functions there. It looks similar, but as far as selecting, those of you that have been with me through Excel already, selecting ranges and stuff like that, it doesn't have, the extensive functionality that Excel has. Very limited here. But again, good to use for the simple stuff, such as this, adding two cells together in the same row. Pretty easy. So I click into the total cost cell for my first project for Cynthia Price. I go up to my Table Tools Layout Contextual tab, and in my data group, I'm going to select my formula command. Now when I open this dialog box, Word is automatically going to assume that I want to add these two numbers together. So when I select formula, guess what? It tried to guess what formula I wanted. The sum, the numbers to the left. So my cursor is here, the sum of the numbers to the left. It looks for all numbers to the left of it. Now this is actually considered text because it begins with the letter A. So it doesn't even look at that. It's going to take these two numbers and add them together. Now, if I wasn't trying to do addition, your paste function drop down in the bottom left-hand corner here has different functions you can use as well. Now, don't worry about, the ones that you don't recognize the names. We'll get into most of these in Excel, the more popular ones. But, just for now, we're going to take a look at our sum function. So we're going to take the sum of the numbers to the left. So obviously this one is 0 plus 10,350, so it's actually good. We're, don't have to be good at math. 0 plus anything is going to be that anything. So click OK, and it does give us the answer, 10,350. Now, do I want to go through every single cell here and add a formula? Heck no. I'm all about saving time. Is the formula in this cell going to be different than the formula in this cell? No, it's not. It's just a different position. It's still taking the sum of the numbers to the left. So what we can do, first, if you press the Alt, you hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and hit your F9 key at the same time. Look at what happens. It actually shows the behind the scenes function here. This is actually considered field codes because it's contained in curly brackets. We need to select the cell. So remember, you would need to hover over the left margin of that cell till you get a right pointing black arrow cursor. Click on that. Control and the letter C. Then I want to go and click and drag down, select all of my empty total cost cells. With them all selected, I can do Control V to paste that same function there, that same formula. Then I can turn the field codes off. Alt, F9 again. Uh-oh, look what happened. Yeah, the formulas were the same, but it pasted the same result. That's okay. Don't deselect this. This is actually normal. This is what we want. We need to just update the formulas. All you need to do, F9 on your keyboard. Look at that. 5,750 plus the construction cost 65,125 gives us our result, 70,875. So it did update the correct. We didn't have to go through and type that formula into every single cell, which is great. All right, and then I can go ahead and deselect here. But to show those field codes, remember, if I wanted to copy that formula down, I don't want to copy the number here. So you have to display those field codes first, which shows the actual function. So again, that's Alt F9. Also important, when you're updating the results, so again, you don't want that 10,350 shown in my whole entire column. Some of you may be working on laptops right now, and your function keys are in the very top row. You may have to hit your function, you may have to hold down your function key, which shows as the letter FN on your keyboard. So if you hit your F9 key and it doesn't update the figures for you, look for a key that has FN on it for function. Hold that function key down and then hit F9 and it should update for you. All right, so you'll see.
All right, the next video will be activity 1-3 on page 15, performing calculations in a table.